Well, Gauteng MEC for Community Safety Sizakele Nkosi-Malobane appeared before the province's portfolio committee today, there to discuss the increase in cash-in-transit heists in Gauteng. Well, let's now find out exactly what has been happening. I'm joined by committee chairperson, Sochayile Khanyile, who joins us. Mr. Khanyile, good evening to you. Just take me through what actually came out of the portfolio committee today. It's a very, very serious issue.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, it is a very serious issue. What we did today is that we invited the MEC together with the Provincial Police Commissioner to come and really say to the committee what is being done to deal with this cash heist. And they appeared before us, and then they were able to engage us and explained that, like all citizens are worried about the increase in the number of heists, that they have, once they've identified some of the suspects. In fact, they've reported that about 28 suspects have been identified out of the 150 that they are looking for, and that already they've started to experience some conviction. About 11 of them have happened already. And the bigger question for us was, what exactly are plans to ensure that there's a decrease or there's eradication of that? And they clearly indicated to us that the fact that there were convictions is a deterrent on its own. But secondly, they've indicated that they have been able to bring more personnel, draw more personnel from various units to be able to focus on this work that needs to be done.
So we've been talking earlier today about the Provincial Police Commissioner, it's General Deliwe Delanga, saying, give us a month, we have a plan. Any idea what that plan is? Oh no, we can't give that away, obviously. What do the police mean by when they have a plan? What do you think that means? That's
the question we asked them, and they asked us that, some of those plans and strategies that they have, if they say them in public, then the people that they are after are going to find out about them, so it's going to be a problem, and we understood as a committee. But the bigger thing is that they've indicated to us that they have strategies, which, as I indicated earlier, amongst others, means that they are bringing more personnel, they're bringing more experienced people to be able to look at these matters and then ensure that some of the things that they've done before, which were brought success, they're able to bring them back and be able to deal with it.
It's all well, good and well having these discussions in portfolio committees, Mr. Khanyile, but is this a government problem? Is it a portfolio problem? Is it a banking problem? Where are the banks involved in this, and the companies that are actually transporting the money? Where are they in this whole discussion around what to do?
Yeah, no, that's what the police commissioner said, is that amongst others, in one of their strategies, that they are engaging the banks so that they can be able to understand, and they must be able to help even some of the things that are happening internally. And we're happy that in their engagement with the banks, they said to us they are able to identify some of the problems that are there, and they have to ensure that through the strategies that they have, they are able to intervene.
You spoke a little bit earlier about the number of arrests and convictions, and of course that I would agree with you that many people would say it is a deterrent of some kind. There were 74 cash-in-transit robberies in Gauteng last year. It was up to August 2017. Since August 2017, I beg your pardon, only 11 of those have seen convictions, though. What have you put in place as a committee to try and measure success? It's one thing to say this is what we'd like, but they've got to come back to you at some point and go, this is what you wanted, here's what we've gone out and done. How are you measuring this?
Like you've said earlier, they said to us, give us a month. But our understanding by give us a month, it was that henceforth, not after a month, henceforth, you'll begin to see the decrease, you'll begin to see more conviction, more arrests, and that was our understanding. We have agreed that we will then, on a continuous basis, engage them so they can come and give us report backs on progress that they are making. Because what is important for us is that we need to make sure that the citizens of Gauteng, particularly because the economic hub, are safe, and that's what we need in this process.
Are you getting a sense, and I'm moving slightly away from your ambit as community safety, but are you getting a sense this could very well start affecting the economy, microeconomies around Gauteng if they don't start getting on top of this?
Yes, that's exactly what I just said, that we need, our intention as a committee was that we need to be convinced that there are plans so that it doesn't affect our economy. If we don't deal with it, it's got a negative impact on the economy, and that's what we need to nip in the bud.
So the community of Gauteng I'm going to refer to it as a broad statement, and as last question to you, the community of Gauteng this evening looking at you as the person who's going to keep them safe. Are you convinced by what you heard today that we're moving at least in the right direction? And if not convinced, what are you going to do to get on top of that?
Now, I think we must look at it from this perspective that today we had the provincial police commissioner, but there's been plans that have been announced at the national level, and we wanted to see the impact of those plans in our province. And we're convinced, we're convinced that there is a plan, there's work that's going to be done. There are details that we can't reveal now because they are going to, if they're revealed, they can jeopardize processes that are there. And that's why we are convinced that in a month's time, when we call the police commissioner to come back to us, we'll get a positive story. And
I'm sure we'll be talking to you again when that positive story hopefully comes out. I appreciate your time coming in to speak to us this evening. That was Gauteng Committee Chairperson Sochayile Khanyile joining us to talk about the increase in cash in transit heists and exactly how Gauteng Province is going to handle all of this.